Can you see the screen?
No, we can see Mataji. We're able to see.
Okay, we'll start. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desha Tarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Okay, so before we start our class, we'll pay our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda. Without their mercy, we cannot study anything. And also to Srila Prabhupada, who has written this rich literature, translated it into such simple language that, we can at least hold the book and try to understand. And also my obeisances to Namanishta Prabhuji and Prema Mataji, because of whom I'm sitting here and trying to speak something. Okay, so now we are on mantra 6. So this is now mantras 4 to 8 tell us about the vision of Mahabhagavad. Okay, and especially mantra 6 and 7 speak about the person who is a Mahabhagavat and how he conducts himself. Okay, so we'll start. I'm sorry, I joined late because I wasn't aware that I'm supposed to take the class today. So we have seen many contradictory statements in the mantra 5, and we also studied about this in Bhagavad Gita. Do you remember some of the contradictory statements Krishna has made in Bhagavad Gita? And can you quote at least the chapter? You can open the Bhagavad Gita, okay? You have it open in front of me, but I want you to think that he has quoted many contradictory statements. I can give you the chapter. If you can tell me chapter 9. Can you tell me? Fast. Tell me something. Indradyumna Das Prabhuji, Kirti Mataji, Rupa Mataji, Ambika Mataji.
I went to fetch the Bhagavad Gita, Mataji.
Okay.
I'm with you now.
Yeah. Ambika Mataji, Kirti Mataji. Any verses come to your mind where he has made Krishna has made contradictory
Says all beings are in me, but I am not in me.
Yes. And anything else you can remember? So 9.4 it is said, if you can open, by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I'm not in them. Okay. Anything else you can remember? Okay, I will tell you. 9.5 was, can you see the contradictory statement? Although I'm everywhere, I'm not a part of this cosmic manifestation. Okay. And 13.16, if you can see, 13.16. Can someone read the last line in the translation? 13.16.
Okay, Mataji, I'll do.
Yeah.
Last line.
13.16.
As it is confirmed, you mean the shloka translation or purport?
Yeah, shloka translation. 13.6. Yes.
Although far, far away is also near to all.
Yes. So here the second point, far away but very near. So this, in these mantras also, you can just see the expansion of Bhagavad Gita. The same things you can just see what we have actually already discussed. So these are the contradictory statements he has made. And now we'll study the mantra 6, where Krishna has told us, or rather Srila Prabhupada in this pulpit chant the mantra. Then anyone wants to chant. In fact, all of us can take turn by turn. We'll chant because it's very good to chant these mantras. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Hare Krishna. Who wants to chant now? Yes, Indradimna Prabhuji.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupushyati sarva bhuteshu chutmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Yes. Ambika Mataji. Kirti Mataji, Rupa Mataji, any one of you can chant?
Yeah, I'll chant, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate.
Hare Krishna. So now we'll read the translation. He who systematically sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. Now, when you read this translation, or when you understand the meaning, so which verse or which shloka of Bhagavad Gita immediately comes to your mind? Any shloka comes to your mind? Sanuja? Ikade.
Mamaivamsho jivaloke, Mataji. He says we're all part of his fragmental parts.
Okay. And? But this is speaking about a Mahabhagavat who is seeing everything, who is seeing the Supreme Lord everywhere. So you remember Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, 18 chapters.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Can
yes.
someone read it? The translation. I think it is 18.54.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you can read the translation.
Sure. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally
Yeah.
disposed toward every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me.
Okay. So he sees the Supreme Lord everywhere. So he does not hate anyone. Okay. And there's one more shloka which is very similar to this. That is 5.18. So someone can read the translation.
5.18. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater.
Yeah. So one who is in true knowledge does not differentiate between a dog, elephant, cow, brahmana, or a dog eater. Okay. So he sees everyone as a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So such a person is a Mahabhagavat. Okay. Now, this is a description of the Mahabhagavat who sees the great personality and sees everything in relation to Krishna. Krishna is present everywhere and he is behind everything. So now who is a Mahabhagavat? Do you remember the story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passing through the forest of Jharkhandi or Jharkhanda? You remember he is accompanied by his servants and there are many wild animals while he's traveling. Do you know that story? Does anyone know the story?
No, Mataji.
So it is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So
Yes, Mataji, I have
Chaitanya
heard about it.
Mahaprabhu is walking through a forest and there he sees many wild animals, tigers, lions, and all these wild animals. In fact, all the animals get attracted to him and come near him. And whenever the wild animals would come near closer to him, he would tell the animals, you chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And all the wild animals are standing near him. Behind, just next to the lion is the deer. Just next to the tiger is a monkey. There's a goat. So everyone, all animals are standing and they're so attracted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that they're forgetting their wild nature. A tiger, when it sees a deer, or a lion, when it sees a deer, is going to attack. So, this is a Mahabhagavat. Everyone gets attracted to the Mahabhagavat, and a Mahabhagavat fears no one. He's not fearful of the wild animals because the wild animals also, he sees the Supreme Lord inside their heart. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would chant Gayatri mantra 3 times a day and would take bath in a lake. And whenever elephants would come near the lake, he would take water and just splash on them. And the elephants would become jubilant. Okay, so just imagine like how happy they must be becoming with just that splash of water from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Srila Prabhupada explains this is a Mahabhagavat, one who deals with all living entities on a spiritual platform. Now, you just saw in 5.18 that the Mahabhagavat has an equal vision and he acts on the platform of Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. So he's seeing the Paramatma in everyone's heart. For a Mahabhagavat, everyone is same. Whether it's a friend, whether it's an enemy, it's same to him. He is not going to make a distinction that he's my friend, I hate him, he hates me. No, he never makes that distinction. So first, to come to this level of realization, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, or seeing everyone as the Supreme Lord's part and parcel, one should be first completely convinced that each and every jiva is the servant of the Supreme Lord. I am a servant of the Supreme Lord, and so are all the other jivas. Therefore, how I am related to all the other jivas means they are my brothers, they are my sisters. So you have to come to this level of understanding that everyone is a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Now, there are three levels of understanding the presence of the Supreme Lord based on faith and knowledge. Okay, so depending on the faith and knowledge, the devotees are broadly divided into three types: Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. So we have read about this also in Bhagavad Gita. Do you remember? Srila Prabhupada has mentioned about the three levels of devotees. Now, Kanishta Adhikari, you can see he's a neophyte. His faith is weak, his knowledge is also weak. That means someone can easily disturb them and destroy both their faith and knowledge. Okay. And his understanding of scriptures is very weak. And one of the major drawbacks, Kanishta, is they are trying to understand the scriptures from their perspective. Their hearing still needs to be developed. Okay, so this is a Kanishta Adhikari. Maybe he has taken the initiation, but still that seriousness has not dawned on him. And you will see the Kanishta deal with only the deity inside the temple. They come to the temple, go straight, offer their obeisances or pranams to the deity. Even if our advanced devotees standing somewhere in between, they won't even bow their head to him, nor will they acknowledge him. And they come to the deity, their knowledge is very limited or very less. And sometimes you can see these Kanishta Adhikaris, they are fighting with a lot of other devotees in the temple. They have this kind of a materialistic propensity, you know, from which is carried forward from their material life. And their connection with Krishna is very limited, you can say, because their knowledge is also weak, their faith is also weak. But somehow, even if he comes to the temple every day, or regularly he's attending the classes in the temple, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, he's having the association of devotees, slowly the seriousness of chanting, the seriousness of listening to lectures, all this dawns upon him, and then he becomes a Madhyama Adhikari. So who is a Madhyama Adhikari? One whose faith is very, very strong. However, his knowledge is not perfect or complete, but the faith is so strong that no one can break their faith. Therefore, Madhyam Adhikari is someone who may not be able to convince everyone about Krishna, because though he has a very strong faith, his knowledge is not perfect or is not complete. So he may not convince everyone, but he can try. And in some arguments, he may be defeated. Some arguments, he may win. But whenever he's defeated in an argument, he very well understands that my knowledge is not perfect. I still need to study the scriptures very deeply. I still need to hear a lot. from the spiritual master. So their faith, Madhyama Adhikari's faith is rock solid, very strong faith. And he's the one, he distinguishes between the devotees. If he sees some devotees very envious by nature, he will neglect them. If he sees some devotees are not Krishna conscious, or they are very new to this process, but they are innocent. So towards the innocent, he will be, the Madhyama Adhikari will be friendly and try to get them very quickly into Krishna consciousness. Okay, a Madhyam Adhikari is a preacher. He can preach very well, because here we can see his faith is very strong. Now, Uttam Adhikari. Who is a Uttam Adhikari? Ones whose faith and knowledge both are the strongest. Whoever goes to Uttam Adhikari also becomes a devotee, and they have the power in them, that they can convince others to become a devotee. Their words or their Vani is very potent. See, today also Srila Prabhupada, his Vani is so potent. His books, those words kind of, hit you. When you read, when he speaks about Krishna, they are so potent. So that is how Uttam Adhikari or a bona fide spiritual master is. That he can convince others to become a devotee. Okay, so these are the 3 levels of devotees we have studied. We have also studied about this in the Bhagavad Gita. So those who are imitating the Uttam Adhikari, the best thing is to avoid or ignore them. If you preach to them, they might think you are envious of them. If you ignore them, a way of giving mercy, they might come to realize that they're not so advanced. So sometimes we see devotees who are imitating the Uttam Adhikari. Now, it's, many rivers enter an ocean, but an ocean is not disturbed. Is it disturbed? If it rains very heavily or many rivers are gushing into the ocean, you never see the ocean overflowing from its banks. But if there's a small puddle of water on a road, a little wind can make it turbulent. So what makes the ocean look so peaceful all the time? It is because the ocean is very, very deep. Similarly, we also, as a devotee, we must not be disturbed by small things in life. We must make our KC very, very deep. And we should not react to each and every situation or each and every thought that comes to our mind. Thoughts may come, let them go. So this is the way you advance from one step, from Kanishta to Madhyama, and from Madhyama to Uttam. Of course, to travel from Madhyama to Uttam, you need your spiritual master's grace. Okay, you need his grace. You need to get inspired by his teachings, inspired by the way he's preaching and leading his life. So there are many things involved when there's a transformation from Madhyama to Uttam. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anyone would come and meet him, he would first tell them, go and take the darshan of Jagannath, and you then come and meet me. So this is how Uttam Adhikari is. He will now, Srila Prabhupada, has he ever told us that you chant my name? No, he has given us the Maha Mantra. You chant Krishna's name. So this is a Uttam Adhikari. The love for Krishna is so much that they will speak 24/7 only about Krishna. So you must realize by certain symptoms that this devotee is a Uttam Adhikari. See, here you can see one Sadhu Baba, he's smoking. So this is mithyachar. You remember in chapter 3 Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said that he doesn't like mithyachar, the dress of a devotee, but mind is dwelling on sense objects. Okay. So in our mantra 6, there is a word anupashyati. So what is the meaning of anupashyati? Anu means to follow. Pashyati means to observe. So observing by hearing. So what are we doing today? We are reading. Whatever Srila Prabhupada has explained to us, we are reading. So we are observing by hearing or reading. So whatever we read is going through our ears, it's going to our heart, it's going to our mind. And following those who have accepted these concepts and understood them. So this is anupashyati. One should not see things as he does with the naked eye. So means we should not have our own perspective after reading or hearing something. But we should follow the seers of higher vision or the previous acharyas or a bona fide spiritual master. So that is the meaning of anupashyati, observe by hearing or observe by reading. But we have to make sure that whatever we are hearing, whatever we are reading is through a parampara. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source, Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. This is Shabda Brahman revelation. The word of acharyas and scriptures is identical. So when we are connected to a parampara, we know whatever knowledge we are getting is genuine. And this genuine knowledge, after we get that knowledge, you will see a transformation in yourself. And then you will see that your conduct previously was different, or you would respond to different situations differently. But now you are transformed. This, if the knowledge is genuine, the transformation happens. Okay, so this is a Mahabhagavad. Okay, now see the levels. Whenever we read, whenever we hear, it is, what do we say? I see. Okay, now I hear, I accept. Seeing with the heart, accepting the authority is one way of seeing. So when you accept the higher authority, then it's a way of seeing that. But you just can't have I, and that you can't have your perspective to everything. In this material world, a lot depends on our perspective, our attitude. According to the condition of the heart, we perceive. Why is that so? Because we are bound by the three modes. So each one is going to have a different vision. So we can't have that vision. We have to know for sure. We should not involve our mind anywhere. Okay. So your seeing should be initially through the Shastra Chakshu. We have to understand and then conduct ourselves. And if we say I see, you remember it's going to be faulty because of the three modes. Okay, so we are done with the mantra. These are the questions. I will share 7 mantra. Okay, do you have any questions for mantra 6? Okay, I'll just give you an example, a story of Raghav Pandit. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to glorify Raghav Pandit a lot. Do you know the story of Raghav Pandit?
No, Mataji.
Okay, anyone else? Rupa Mataji or Ambika Mataji, Kirti Mataji?
No, Mataji, even I don't know.
Okay, so Raghav Pandit, who was very much glorified by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the eternal Leela in Vrindavan, he was a gopi named Dhanishta. Gopi. And whenever Radharani would cook, Dhanishta Gopi, who was Radharani's personal maid servant, would pick up the bhoga and go and offer it to Krishna. Okay, so this Dhanishta Gopi in Chaitanya Leela is Raghav Pandit. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, in the Chaitanya Leela, Raghav Pandit was a big landlord. Okay, he had tens of thousands of coconut trees, thousands of coconut trees, and the amount of coconuts he was getting was millions and millions of coconut, and each of them would cost a certain money. He would sell, and he was a very, very rich man. Okay, now though he was a very rich man, he would travel 20 kilometers to get the sweetest coconuts. Okay, the coconuts of his tree were not as sweet as those coconuts. So he would travel 20 kilometers, purchase those coconuts, come back, and then, okay, not that, he would pay the coconut vendor 10 times the money. So can you imagine how rich he must have been? Today, even if you have to buy one coconut, if the vendor tells 10 rupees, you bargain. Is it correct? At least I don't know what you all are doing, Australia, Canada, but in India, it's like that. You bargain even if it is 10 rupees more. Okay, so see, Raghav Pandit would travel 20 kilometers, pay the coconut vendor 10 times the money, then he would bring the coconuts, say 5-6 coconuts, he would put them in water to cool them. Okay, and then before the bhoga offering, he would take the coconut, make a hole in the at the top of the coconut and offer it to the Supreme Lord. So 7 coconuts right in front of the Supreme Lord. Then he would close the curtain and he would sit outside chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After some time is over, he would go in, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells us that at this time, Krishna would reciprocate with Raghav Pandit in different ways. When Raghav Pandit would offer the coconut full of water, Krishna would drink all the water that was there in the 7 coconuts and would leave the empty coconuts with the tender coconut inside. Then Raghav Pandit would be very happy to see the empty coconut. He would then take the empty coconut, cut it into half and remove the pulp. You know how they remove the pulp of the tender coconut. Then he would put that tender coconut in the plate and would again serve the Supreme Lord. Then he would close the curtain and sit outside again chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After some time, he would go in and actually see Krishna eating and would see the whole plate getting empty. And when Krishna was eating, Krishna would also look at Raghav Pandit. Now, supposing if you are invited as a guest for lunch, at your friend's house, and you just keep on and on and on eating and finishing the entire meal. And soon you realize it, oh, I finished everything. How will you feel? Embarrassed? You'll feel, oh, I didn't know I ate everything. So Krishna was like that. He just couldn't stop eating whatever was served. 7 coconuts, all the coconut water finished. 7 tender coconuts, everything is finished. So see, he's not eating the gross material thing like the tender coconut or the coconut water. What is he eating? He's eating the devotion that is present in Raghav Pandit. So he would keep on and eating. And when the plate is empty, Krishna would feel sad. And then again, Krishna would recreate everything. Okay. And push it back to Raghav Pandit. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this is Raghav Pandit's devotion. None of us are qualified to worship the deities, but because Srila Prabhupada has requested the deities to accept our worship, we can worship the deities. Okay? For us, deity worship is always through the Guru. So this is how a Mahabhagavat is. This is how he deals with the deity. And you know how very well how they deal with all the living entities. They are, they're Krupa Sindhu, Karuna Sindhu. They have compassion on all living entities. How Srila Prabhupada went to the US and how he got all of them, out of that mode of ignorance and mode of passion and took them to the Shuddha Sattva platform. So this is how a Mahabhagavat is. Now we'll move on to mantra 7. So all these are the 6 Goswamis. How nice their faces look. So pure and effulgent. Okay, again, we will pay our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda. Now, mantra 7 is, you can say, an extension of mantra 6. Okay. I will read it. Then you all, whoever wants to read it, you can read after me. Yasmin sarvani bhutani आत्मैवाभुद विजानतः तत्र को मोहः शोक एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः. Hare Krishna. Indradyumna Prabhuji.
Sure, Mataji. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhuta vijanata tatra ko moha kaha shoka ekatvam anupashyata.
Okay, Kirti Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhudvijanatah tatra ko mohaka shoka ekatvam anupashyatah. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rupa Mataji. Ambika Mataji, are you there? Okay, I think we'll go ahead.
Mataji, did you take my name? Hare Krishna.
Yeah. You want to say?
Yeah, I will recite. Okay. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhudvijanatah tatra ko moha kashoka ekatvam anupashyatah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this mantra 7 is an extension of mantra 6. So mantra 6, we see who is a Mahabhagavat and how his conduct is. He deals with everyone equally because he sees the Supreme Lord in them. He sees all of them as parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. So if someone deals with everyone as a spirit soul or a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, then what is a benefit of seeing everyone as a part and parcel? This is what is explained in Mantra 7. So, what is the benefit? Such a person will not have any moha, or he will not have any shoka. Means moha means he will not have any illusion. Shoka means he will not have any lamentation. So such a person will be free from illusion and lamentation. So you can say, you can just extend this line and say the Mahabhagavat becomes a friend of everyone. Mahabhagavat is always happy and peaceful. Mahabhagavat is not in want of anything or has no desire except for the Supreme Lord. He is not competing with everyone, and others also become peaceful with him because Mahabhagavat has made peace with Paramatma inside. He gets full cooperation of every other living entity because this Paramatma or the same Paramatma is also residing in the heart of every living entity. Therefore, if you see, sannyasis naturally attract people. See, sannyasis don't have cars, don't have big cars. They are wearing a monk's dress. They are not wearing flashy clothes, or they don't carry an iPhone or, those material objects behind which the whole world is mad. So they have nothing with them. Yet you can see that sannyasis naturally attract so many people. And all these people have no ill feelings towards a sannyasi and vice versa. Okay. So this is what is explained in Mantra 7, that a Mahabhagavat is free from illusion and lamentation. So this is the benefit of seeing everyone as a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Okay, Indradyumna Prabhuji, will you read the translation?
Ji Mataji. One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks in quality, one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What, then, can be illusion or anxiety for them?
Except for Madhyama Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari, which we just discussed, no one can correctly see the spiritual position of a living being. So only a Madhyama and a Uttama Adhikari can see exactly the spiritual position of a living being. Now, for all of us, we do external activities, many external activities following the directions of Guru. But by doing so, how does it benefit us? One develops the state of consciousness or that state of realization to understand that everyone is a spirit soul. No one is this material body. And then when we continuously years on and on and on, we keep on following our Guru's instructions, then we come to a certain level that I'm going to deal with everyone in the same way because each one is a spirit spark. So once you start dealing, the immediate benefit is you don't get disillusioned with any material object. No, there's no disillusion with any material object. Okay. So here we know that Madhyam Adhikari and Uttam Adhikari are the ones who can truly see things in the right perspective because both have a very strong faith in the scriptures, in Krishna. Now here there is one word, Ekatvam Anupashyati.
Mataji, I think Rupa Mataji's a lot of noise is coming from her side.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. I will. Yes. Okay. Now, this ekatvam anupashyati. Ekatvam means oneness in quality. So, we and the Supreme Lord are one in quality. Can you tell me in which quality we are one?
All the qualities are from the Lord only. The quantity wise we are different, but quality wise we are all same.
So I want to know the quality. Which of your qualities are similar with the Lord? Because here it said oneness and quality. Kirti Mataji, Rupa Mataji, Ambika Mataji. See, three
We are all spirit soul.
qualities. Sat, Chit and Ananda. Satchidananda Swarup of Krishna, and we also as a spirit soul, we have these three qualities. But today we are identifying with the body. Because we are identifying with the body, we are forgetting we have this quality. The quality of the soul is Sat. But how is the body a Sat? The soul never dies, but the body is perishable. So soul is Sat, body is Asat. Chit. Chit means full of knowledge. Here we have very limited knowledge. Ananda. Krishna is Ananda Swarup. But how are we? Since we are identifying with the body, we are Nirananda. One day my back is paining, one day my head is paining. So each time, since our identification with the body is so strong that we forget that we have the same qualities as the Lord. Okay, so ekatvam anupashyati, oneness in quality. Ekatvam anupashyataha, of one who sees through the authority, or one who sees constantly like that. So ekatvam anupashyati means it indicates that one should see the unity of all living entities from the viewpoint of the revealed scriptures through the authorities. Now, for example, see this can be different examples are given to explain this ekatvam principle. One is ocean and a drop of ocean. The chemical composition is the same of the ocean and the drop of ocean, but the quantity wise there's a vast difference. Similarly, energy and energetic. So you can say fire is energetic, heat and light are the energies of fire. Okay, so fire, heat and light are simultaneously one and simultaneously different. Do you agree with this? They're simultaneously one and simultaneously different. You agree, na? Say
Heat and
something,
fire.
yes, no.
Yes,
Heat.
yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So this is another example of ekatvam. So a Mahabhagavat's vision is he sees the Paramatma in every living entity. At the same time, he also sees a difference between a tiger and a cow. Okay, he sees the difference. Though he's not scared of the tiger. Like I gave you the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while he is walking through the forest, the wild animals got attracted to him, to the Sankirtan he was doing. But was he scared of them? The tigers, lions, and other wild animals? No, he wasn't scared of them. So this is the ekatvam. Now, if you want a practical example of ekatvam, so we can see there's a family. There's a father, and there are many children in this family, and all work lovingly for each other, father, mother, children, all work lovingly for each other. And there's unity and there's happiness in the family. Okay. Similarly, Krishna is our father and we living entities are his children, and we must work not only lovingly for our father, but lovingly amongst each other. And this brings happiness to the Supreme Lord. Okay, so you must remember this. Ekatvam, okay, it is oneness in quality, but the actually Ekatvam is like uh, uh, it's a family, father, mother, children, and all work lovingly for each other. Similarly, Krishna is our father. We have to work lovingly for him and also work lovingly with all the other living entities. This brings happiness to the Supreme Lord. Okay. Now, do you agree that each one of us is pleasure seeking?
Yes.
Anandamay. Yeah, we want happiness. Why
Yes.
are we like this? Because Krishna is also Anandamay. The source of happiness is Krishna. Okay, Krishna also wants happiness. But because Krishna is supreme and all his desires get fulfilled, in a way, we are also imitating Krishna, but we are Anu. We are very, very tiny. And Krishna is supreme, all his desires are fulfilled, but we are Anu, and what do we have? We have only unfulfilled desires. Therefore, we must understand that we have all these desires. I want all desires to be fulfilled. How can I do that? By connecting to Krishna. Krishna is Swarat, he is independent. Okay. However, our happiness is wholly and solely dependent on the happiness of the Supreme Lord. Okay, we are pleasure seeking and our constitutional position is also to be happy, is Anandamay. Our Swarup is also Anandamay. It's like Sat Chit Ananda. We are like that. And it's our constitutional position to be happy. And Prabhupada says, none of your prayers go unanswered. Timing may not be what you wish. In the timing, there may be a little difference. So therefore, you must focus always in pleasing the father of the family. When he is happy, when the father is happy, the children are automatically happy. Okay. So this is Ekatvam Anupashyati, I think.
Mataji, that concept, the father is happy, others are happy. Can you explain little more?
See, the father, mother, and the children, they are in the family. The children, if they want to be happy, do they have to obey their parents? Tell me.
Depending on what age they are, they should be
No.
always.
Yeah, they should always obey the parents because in a sense, the parents are their creator. Okay, so what happens if you disobey the creator? What happens if the child is very rebellious? The child is not agreeing to the terms and conditions laid down by that particular house? What will happen?
There will be discord in the family.
Will there be
Or
happiness?
nope.
No, there won't be happiness. So, if you now apply this principle, we are all children of Krishna. And what Krishna wants from us is clearly mentioned in the Vedas. It's mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. It's mentioned in the scriptures. So it's just like the father telling us how you have to behave, what you have to do. Now we are totally becoming rebellious. Can you be happy? But if your focus is to keep the father happy, to keep Krishna happy, automatically what will happen? The child will become happy because its focus is on keeping the father happy. Now, one example I give in my Marathi class is there is a father and he has two sons, and both are in 12th standard. Now, father's instructions are very clear to both his sons that you have to study very hard. Okay. And you have to get these many marks to go into some university or whichever college of your choice. His instructions are clear. Now, there are two sons. One son, both are loving. But the one son, he's obeying his father's instructions. He's reading, he's burning the midnight oil and everything. The other son is also loving. So, but he comes, he chats with his father. When the father comes from office, he gives him a lemonade or tea or whatever. And but he's not studying. He's not putting his heart and soul into it. Now, what happens? The result is out. The one who is burning the midnight oil, who has followed the instructions to the letter, he gets admission in a good college. Father doesn't have money to pay for both his children. The other son does not get admission. Now tell me, with whom will the father be happy?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, so this is it, that we have to follow Krishna's instructions to the letter. And who explains these instructions to us? Our Guru, our spiritual master, tells us what instructions we have to follow. We can question if we have some doubts in our mind, but we have to follow those instructions to the letter, and the focus must always be in pleasing Krishna, in pleasing the Guru. The focus must be always that. And after this, you realize that you become very happy. So ekatvam means oneness in quality, but that does not mean that we are equal in all respects. There's a huge difference. We are Anu and Krishna is Vibhu. So again, this is a Mahabhagavat's vision. He sees oneness in the sense that he sees everything as the energy of the Supreme Lord. We have studied this Achintya Bheda Tattva, simultaneously one and simultaneously different. And this slide, they've shown various animals, living beings, demigods, and all of them are carrying Paramatma in their heart.
Mataji, this was Achinta Bheda Bhed was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Jiva Goswami?
Jiva Goswami also has written, expanded on this Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva.
Okay.
Okay. So though we have qualities just like the Supreme Lord, in quantity we can never be equal to the Supreme Lord. These qualities are present in a minute quantity in every living entity. Why? Because every living entity is a minute part and parcel of the Supreme Whole. So here they have given the examples of, I just told you about fire, heat, light, ocean and ocean drop, fire and sparks of fire, and your family. And I told you that how is we are pleasure seeking, but however, first we are meant for the Supreme Lord's enjoyment. And that is why he expanded. He was initially one and he expanded into so many, because that is how he wanted each one of, he wanted to be the supreme enjoyer, and we are Prakriti, means to be enjoyed. So we are also seeking pleasure, but the platform is the material platform. So here we will never get enjoyment. So we know that if we want to overcome the three modes of material nature, the only way we can do is surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord. So if we want to get rid of the illusion and anxiety, we have to serve the Lord. Only then we can be, only then Krishna can deliver us. So here the word Atma Bhuta is mentioned, which is the same as Brahma Bhuta. So I think now, do you have any questions? In this? I think it's 4:15. I'm sorry, I'm late. You have any questions? No questions? No questions? I hope you all understood. I was quite unprepared.